Hello, you guys. Welcome to the Women's Cave in our new home. I mean, we had some difficulties this morning, and our guest today, she just hung in there with us. So awesome. Like, because she's so important.
Yeah, I was about to say, she's such an important person that it's oddly strange that she's here. I mean,
yes,
after Miss Maria, I was like, we're not going to get any more important people. And then she shows up.
So important. I was like, I don't know why they want to come on our silly show. Oh, join the Women's Cave. Like, that's crazy to me. But, you know, hey, whatever floats their boat, I'm happy they're here.
By the way, just in case it's your first time here, thank you, Rosie, for stopping by.
Yes.
We should probably tell you who we are. Yeah, that would be a great idea.
I'm Jade.
And I'm Winona.
And we are the authors and founders of the And I Thought Ladies, and then the authors of the And I Thought series. And I Thought the voice was bad.
We remembered the books, you guys.
Yay! For all you YouTubers, y'all know. I thought the voice was bad, and I thought being grown up was easy, and I thought I could juggle it all. And everyone joining us on our podcast, thank you, because y'all know we forget to introduce them and like mess up our own titles. That's crazy.
Yeah, we do. Oh, wait. And I Thought I Could Juggle It All is available for pre-order on Kindle. So please, you guys, order it up. It's about business, like
yes.
The women and how they juggle business and stuff. I don't normally do this. You normally do this. And I interrupted you, so I'm back to my old me.
She is. I told you she doesn't like to make money. Anyway, so Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com where you can pick up our books, you guys. And yes, they are anthologies. And yes, it's academic. And yes, we are the authors, and so we get to say what they are. Thanks.
Yeah. Oh, wait. When you say academic, right, don't forget to let them know that it's actually fun as well, because we have like the $20 party in there also.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Just in case you're like poor and you still want a party. There you go. You get the recipe. Anyway, moving on, because we have like a serious person and a real person here. Did you want to try doing a segue? Or
so here's this. That is the segue.
Oh, I did the segue. Never mind.
I know it wasn't smart, but you know we don't do smart segues here, you guys. And
to our important guest, would you like to
introduce yourself?
Oh, hi. Well, you guys are so fun. I'm like, I forgot I am the one you're interviewing me. I'm like enjoying my time here, listening to you. So it's wonderful. My name is Amy Kardashian, not Kardashian.
She's as cute as one, though.
I know. As y'all, she's so cute, so cute.
So I am the author of Tears of Hope, and also I am the producer, executive producer, and director of 3 shows on WCOBM. The first one is Stephanie Movie Reviews, the world of book reviews, and the Amy Kardashian and the Experts show, where
I love that title. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I love that title. When I saw that title, I was like, this is everything. It's like a band.
Where I bring real world education, people who really came from nothing and get somewhere, and they share their real experience. That's just anything beyond just education, life education, where you can't really get it from college. What I'm discovering is a lot of people, they haven't even finished high school. They became something, and some people, they don't believe they could become something because they didn't finish high school or even went to college, but they don't know what to do in real life. And that's what my show is all about.
I really love that premise of a show.
Hold on. Yes, I love that premise of a show completely. I think that's what we really, really, really need in our entire lives.
Yes.
Because no matter what we do, everyone seems to think that everything should be found in a book, and it's not necessarily true.
It's not true. And I mean, as the authors of the series that we're authors of, we totally and like 110% agree with that.
And then also I started online academy where I bring some of the top experts in the world to help you transform your business and personal life. And I wanted to make sure that it's very, very affordable. It's only $10 a month. You can get access to all these experts where they can help you, guide you, whether you're starting your business, marketing your business, writing a book, becoming an entrepreneur, or if you are, how to dress for success, how to act, how to do everything. So anything you want to learn in the academy, it's there, and it's less than 2 cups of gourmet coffee a month. You can get the education and access to all these people. I wanted to make sure everybody in the world they can get access to education. That's very important to my heart. So my academy too. So you can find me, you can find everything I'm doing about all the shows that I have at akexpertstv.com. And all the information is there about my book, my academy, my shows, and speaking and everything. So this is who I am.
You're amazing. Apparently.
I know.
She's like, this is who I am. I am just different aspects of amazing put together in a rainbow.
Yes, and then I just come out to be amazing. Like, it's just, wow. I mean, and I think that's I just love your purpose about how you're wanting to show people that, yes, so you didn't get the college or you didn't finish or whatever, but you're still a person, you can still succeed. That is just so awesome. Like, wow.
Why, you know why? This came not just because, I believe that, because I have only 4th grade education. English is my 3rd language, and I never went back to school.
Really?
Never went back to school. I managed to become an entrepreneur, an author, a host, a keynote speaker, seminar presenter. I managed to do all this with having only 4th grade education, and I struggle with my severe dyslexia.
Oh my goodness.
And I found my way. So I'm sharing how I did it, how I get somewhere. I'm giving hope to a lot of people where they think they're stuck. They don't think there is hope for them, and they don't know how to find their way. They're smart. There is so much potential in every one of us. We have something special and unique about all of us, and therefore, but we're stuck in that belief system that we can't do it because of this, or we can't do it because of that. I don't have money, I don't have education, I don't have support, I don't have anything. That's why I like to talk about the leader within you, because the leader within you really guides you and directs you to get where you want to be in life. And why you're here on this earth is to really live that leader within you. And there is steps to take towards that. I do seminars, but right now we have only very short period of time. And I share with people how I discovered the leader within me, where I had to go through life journey. Obviously, I wrote a book about my life journey to be where I am today. So in the end of the video, we'll be sharing those steps.
I wanted to ask really quickly. You said that you had a 4th grade education and you have that lovely last name and the very, very, like, I don't know, Mediterranean features. Anyway, they're not like blonde hair, blue eye, American classic girl. So where are you from?
I'm from Lebanon. I'm Armenian Lebanese. I'm mixed. My father's Armenian Lebanese and my mother is completely Lebanese.
Oh, cool. Oh, cool.
And I just I like how you said you only had a 4th grade education and yet you still made it work for you. And you were talking about that leader within you. But we also all know we have that critic within us that tells us that we can't. How did you overcome that?
Well, first of all, you're going to have to start to believe that we talk to ourselves and we say, oh yeah, I believe I'm a leader, I believe I have something, but then the other side of me says this and this and that. So the first thing that you have to start to believe that to really believe that there is leader within you. When you start walking, when you start talking, you led yourself to do that. And we were born with that guidance, and sometimes we forget about it. However, when you start to believe that, you need to reach out to other people. It's like exactly when we start walking and talking and we reach out to our parents and say, hey, I need your help. Can you hold my hand a little bit? And when we're adult, we don't do that. We don't want somebody to help us because we don't believe that we even have it. I spoke at one place, I don't want to give the name to that, but I said, what would you like me to speak about? Well, we want you to tell your story. Okay, so what do you want the people to walk away with? Oh, we just want you to tell your story. I said, yeah, but I need to make a point why I'm telling my story. And I said, how about we'll talk about leadership? Oh my gosh. Two women, they were so afraid in a nice way that we're going to talk about leadership. And they were trying to lead some organization. And I said, why are we afraid to talk about leadership? There's nothing wrong with leading yourself and leading. I said, okay, how about we talk about how to lead yourself with love and compassion, and to lead others with love and compassion. So that was okay to become a leader by saying lead with love and compassion. But in order to even believe that you could lead something, or you could even lead yourself, you're going to have to believe that, really, truly, truly believe that you are born to be your own leader. The leader inside of you is the GPS in your car that guides you and take you. But if you don't trust that, you're never going to lead yourself. So you're always, the other side of you will tell you, oh, no, you can't do this and you can't do that. You're going to have to earn it, not just believe it, you have it. You're going to earn that belief and really understand it. So that's the first step that you could do. And the second thing is that what I discovered, which is I had to go through that too. Sometimes I have fear of something, but the only way I did what I did is when I told myself, I'm going to feel this fear and I'm going to do it anyway. I have to feel the fear and I'm going to do it anyway. It doesn't matter. I'm going to challenge myself. I'm going to put that fear in front of me and I'm going to say, okay, I'm afraid of you, but guess what? I'm going to do it anyway. Kind of stubbornness a little bit. So that's another thing that you have to tell yourself when you're guiding your life to do something. And when I wrote my book, I just felt it in my heart that I needed to share my story with the world to empower them and tell them you can do it too. But I just felt the fear a bit in my heart. I'm like in my stomach, and I'm like, how am I going to write a book? And I even came home, and my husband said, he saw me a little bit like I was crying the time that I felt I needed to write my book. And he said, what's wrong? I said, I just felt I need to share my story. He said, well, how are you going to share your story? I know you're running a business and you're doing great and you're smart and everything, but you never read a book in your life. How are you going to write a book? I said, you know what? You know, I know why I need to write my book, and the how will appear. And I felt that fear inside of me, and I said, you know what? I'm going to feel this fear, but I'm going to do it anyway. And I end up, you know, with the book, year and a half later, I showed it to my husband. He was like, wow, you know, you really did it. When that just did it because I take the credit, because I allowed myself to feel the fear and just jumped in it and did it anyway. And then when you do that, it builds your self-esteem and self-confidence up when you do something that you're afraid of. Now, one more thing you say to yourself, here you go, the leader within me was right. I did it. You see, right. It was guided to do it, and I did it anyway. So the first thing is you have to believe it, not just believe it. You have to really earn that and understand that you are your own leader, but it's okay to get help from other people. It's fine. And then the second thing is you have to feel the fear and do it anyway.
I'm going to say right here that first and foremost, I think it's amazing that you admit to feeling the fear, because so many people are like, no, I just went on, I was fearless. And I have to say that even in my life, a lot of times that happens is I see the fear and then I'll be like, but the outcome seems so much cooler. And then I just move on and do stuff. And a lot of times, I probably shouldn't have done it. I should have thought a little longer, but the experience was amazing. So even in my failures, the fear was worthwhile. I mean, facing the fear, moving on. You learn so much. Depends
how you look at how you look at failure. In my book, there is no such a thing as failure. In every failure, I learned something. It just stretched my muscles, and I don't do it again. And then if I do it again, I do it differently. So one of my quotes is that you don't have to be perfect to be beautiful and powerful. All you have to do is be yourself. You don't have to.
I agree. Wholeheartedly agree.
You're not perfect and you do mistakes. You think I haven't done mistake throughout my journey. Really, so many mistakes that it made me who I am today. It stretched me. It's like your muscles, you exercise and then you rip those muscles and then your muscles get stronger. So yes, doing mistakes, that's the difference, is when you think about your mistakes as a failure, then it's not going to help you. But if you think them as education, it really gained something from it, then you think of that as a muscle growing in your mind, in your emotions, in your self-confidence, self-esteem. It depends how you think of things. That's just what the key I'm seeing here.
I agree. I can wholeheartedly agree.
Wow, this has been amazing. I mean, you have come and blown our minds, which, wow, it happens a lot, but I mean, you literally really have.
It happens when you have cool people.
When you have like people that have just lived life and aren't afraid to share their story, which is very awesome. And thank you for coming and sharing it with us.
I think my life was saved for a reason, and this is what, again, my book is all about, Tears of Hope, because I lived 13 years through the Lebanese Civil War, and I lived it since I was 12 years old, and I learned about leadership, and I talk about leadership in so many different areas. So right now we don't have time to talk about all this, but my older brother, Robert, who helped me to understand what is it inside of me and how I should be a leader. I wanted to be, he's my example, how I needed to be a leader in my life and lead other people. So in 1975, when the Lebanese Civil War began, I was just 12 years old, and my parents wanted to leave to Egypt for safety. And we're sitting in the living room talking with my older brother, Robert, and everybody went to a different room, and my siblings left the house. And Robert told me, "What you want to do when you grow up?" I said, "Well, I want to be a teacher." He said, "A teacher? Why you want to be a teacher?" I said, "Because my teachers are putting me down, because I'm repeating class year after year. I'm still in fourth grade, and I'm 12 years old. I'm repeating class, but nobody's helping me. I want to make sure I want to help people, let them feel smart." And he said, "You have your why, and then I'm going to help you to become a teacher one day." That day was like he was leading me with love and compassion. And he made me believe, and he made me understand that there is hope for somebody like me. I might be a teacher one day. And I stood up and left the room. He needed to get his tea from the kitchen. I said, "You sit right there and I'll be right back." And he looked at me. He was so handsome. He was 20 years old at that time, and I was 12. And he looked at me and he said, "You know what? Yeah, I will be, when you come back, we cannot continue." How you talk to somebody with the eye and you don't really say anything? That's what it was. So I stood up and left the room, and I took a couple steps towards the kitchen. I was still in my pajama, and it just a couple of seconds later, just took a couple of steps, and a bomb flew from the window to that living room and killed Robert. So that was the beginning of the war and the end of my hope and my favorite brother. And after that, we became homeless. It's a long story. And I lost contact with my family for 3 months. I didn't know if they were alive or dead. And I had my 6-year-old brother that I had to feed, which he was digging in the garbage because the country went down completely. Back then, there was no cellular or anything like that. So I had to take care of him for 3 months, not knowing where my parents are. And at the age of 14, after that, we reunited with my family. And I was married 3 days after my 14th birthday, just 3 days after that. At 15, I had a daughter, and I was still a teenager when my husband couldn't handle the family, whatever it was, family situation, and then he had to leave the country. So I had to go back to my mom's home where she couldn't take care of me in the first place. Now I had a daughter with me to feed. So I lived 13 years through the war and never went back to school, didn't have any opportunities or hope. it was a really tough journey until I came to the United States, and I thought, this is it. This is my hope. And
Yes, I'm sorry. We're going to have to like wrap up. That was a lovely story. And wow.
yes.
You have to come back and finish this.
You have to come back. Like seriously, we're not even playing right now. You have to come back. Is there where can people get, I know you put out your expert.
Sure. akexpertstv.com, and they could find me there and, know everything what I'm doing.
Okay.
We're going to wrap up quickly because we literally have 2 minutes. So go for it, Jade.
Okay, so we are the founders and the co-authors of the And I Thought series. And I Thought Divorce Was Bad, with other life lessons. And I Thought Being Grown Up Was Easy.
PowerPoint presentation, y'all.
And I Thought I Could Juggle It All.
Sideways swiping back.
And of course, Winona, she doesn't have time to say it. So, and I Thought He Was the One, that will be coming out in probably November. Please remember, you can always pick up these books on Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com. And I Thought He Could, I'm sorry. And I Thought He Was the One. Please, it's only for pre-order. No,
and I Thought I Could Juggle This for pre-order on Kindle, which will be found on Amazon.com.
Yep, see? Winona saved me.
You guys, peace and love. Wisdom is all
around you, especially as we learned with our wonderful guest today. Wisdom is all around you.
If you're open to finding it and accepting it, got it right when it was in the nick of time.
Yes.
Peace and love from Winona and Jade. Bye-bye, you guys.
Bye.